Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please join me in standing for the playing of our national anthem? At this time, will all gentlemen please remove their head coverings? You may be seated. Good evening, and welcome to Stephen Decatur High School's commencement ceremony for the class of 2023. We are extremely excited to be here this evening, not only because of the moment, but also because of our tradition of holding our commencement ceremony right here in Lewis H. Taylor Stadium. I would like to offer a special thanks to the Decatur News Network, Mr. DJ Thompson, Kylie Byrne, and Eva Luzier for producing our 2023 senior video. You may order a copy of the video from Mr. Thompson for $10 as you exit the stadium or by emailing him. All proceeds to the Stephen Decatur High School Communication Arts Department. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Jessica Beck, who will deliver our invocation this evening.
I welcome you to join me in prayer. Loving God, join us as we gather together in a night of celebration to honor the Stephen Decatur High School class of 2023. We thank you, Lord, for equipping these graduates with numerous and diverse gifts. Through your Holy Spirit, these graduates have all been given your gifts of knowledge, an irrevocable power gained through diligent study in the classroom, wisdom, the discernment of right from wrong learned through experience and observation, understanding, an open mind developed by fostering respect, kindness, and empathy in their friendships and school community, counsel, the family, friends, teachers, coaches, mentors, and community members who have provided support and encouragement. Tonight, they share in the success and joy of these graduates. Piety, a humbleness which reveals to us that no achievement is individual. High tide raises all of the boats. We thank all of those who counseled us and helped us. We thank those in attendance tonight, and we thank you, God, for every good thing. Fortitude, the strength to journey on when the winds do not take us where we thought we would go. The firmness of character to be upstanding citizens and respected leaders in our communities. And wonder and awe, the incomprehensible truth that we are fearfully and wonderfully made in your beautiful and mysterious world, God. Let us never forget to smile at an early morning sunrise over the ocean, for the simple moments in life are often the most beautiful. We would like to take a moment of silence to remember in a special way Joshua Alton, a member of the class of 2023, who is wearing his cap and his gown and his homecoming crown as he looks down from above tonight. Loving God, we thank you for your bountiful gifts. Be with these graduates in every step as they walk across this stage and leave this ceremony to experience whatever great adventure you have planned for them. We ask this through your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Jessica. Next, I would like to invite to the stage Mr. Stephen Wade, the president of the class of 2023, who will deliver our welcome on behalf of this year's graduating class.
Good evening, graduates, families, friends, esteemed guests, and staff. As senior class president, I'm honored to stand before you. First of all, I would like to thank my fellow seniors for electing me to lead the great class of 2023. It was an honor and a privilege to serve during this year, and I'm forever grateful for that opportunity. I genuinely believe that the class of 2023 was one of the greatest to walk through the halls of Stephen Decatur in recent years. Our achievements in the classroom, on the fields, courts, and in the community have made a tremendous impact and will certainly be remembered. I also believe that we are a group that will succeed wherever we go in life, and while we may stumble and fall down time and time again, our experiences here have taught us what it means to get back up and keep pushing forward. Secondly, I would like to thank my fellow senior class officers, Emily, Cadence, and Shiloh. I thank them for all their hard work in serving the senior class and organizing our class trip even when it didn't seem possible. Lastly, I would like to thank Stephen Decatur High School. To all the teachers, coaches, administrators, counselors, cafeteria and custodial staff, and the list goes on. On behalf of the class of 2023, we can't thank you enough for all that you do each and every day for all us students. With that being said, seniors, I'd like to share this message with you. It's not the destination, it's the journey. I vividly remember seeing a poster that read those words when I was younger and thinking to myself, what in the world is that supposed to mean? The destination, which is today, is what we've been looking forward to for our entire high school career. We have spent countless hours studying for tests, putting together projects, preparing presentations. We've worked hard to accomplish our goals in the classroom, with the ultimate goal being graduating from high school and starting our next chapter in life. That is all great, but there is also a lesson here that is often overlooked. You see, we tend to look ahead without living in the moment and taking time to smell the roses, as they say. I myself have been the biggest victim of this. But standing here today in front of my friends, family, and fellow graduates, I'm starting to understand. Here we are, the destination, graduation day, our big day, a day that we've been looking forward to all year, and for some of us, since we first stepped foot in Decatur. But today would not mean anything if it were not for the journey it took to get here. The good times, the not so good times, and everything in between. The days where we felt on top of the world, and the days where we felt like nothing was in our control. The Zoom classes, the masks, the challenging math problems, the dinosaur projects in Foundations of Tech, the AP tests, the intense finals, homecoming activities, games, and laughter with friends. Our high school experience has no doubt equipped us and prepared us for the real world. But it was the journey that built our character, our strength, our values, and our relationships. So keep in mind today that if your loved ones want to take pictures, just know they want to capture the final moments of your remarkable journey. Tonight marks the conclusion of that journey, yet the beginning of a new one. And while we all may have diverse backgrounds and we may be going separate ways, we are all united by one thing. We are all Seahawks, and we will continue to be Seahawks for the rest of our lives. And that we are united, and Stephen Decatur High School will always be a home away from home for us. I wish nothing but the best for all of you in your next chapters in life, and I hope to see some of you down the road. So remember, it's not the destination, it's the journey. And tonight, we celebrate our accomplishments, our big day, our graduation, but most of all, our journey. Thank you, and best of luck to you all. Mr. President out.
I would also like to take the opportunity to welcome to Stephen Decatur High School the faculty, staff, parents, grandparents, family members, and the friends of the class of 2023 who are here with us this evening to share in this celebration. I am honored to stand before you tonight as principal of Stephen Decatur High School. This is a very special graduating class for me. For many of them, I've spent 7 of the last 9 years as their principal, from Berlin Intermediate School right here to Stephen Decatur High School the last 4 years. I know many of them so very well, and I'm so proud to stand here before you as their principal. Even though these students endured some unprecedented times early in their high school years, away from school and away from each other, they persevered and came out resilient, more adaptive, and certainly more technology savvy. Ladies and gentlemen, before us this evening are strong, dynamic young people, and tonight we celebrate their successes. With that being said, we also kindly ask that you respect the dignity of this occasion by refraining from screaming and yelling, and please do not use noisemakers when your graduate is announced. Also, we ask that you turn off all cell phones and electronic devices at this time as we turn our attention to the graduating class of Stephen Decatur High School 2023. Now, let's give them a round of applause. We're going to hear that many times tonight. There are a number of very special guests seated on the stage with me tonight that I would like to both welcome and introduce. We are pleased to have with us our Superintendent of Worcester County Public Schools, Mr. Lewis H. Taylor, Chief Operating and Academic Officer, grades 9 through 12, and Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Annette Wallace, Chief Academic Officer, Pre-K 8, and Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Denise Shorts, Chief Safety and Human Relations Officer and Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Dwayne App, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Vince Tolbert. Our President of the Board of Education, Mr. Tom Ferrante, couldn't be with us this evening. Our Vice President of the Board of Education, Mr. William Buchanan. Board members, Dr. John Andes, Ms. Elena McComas, Mrs. Katie Addis, Mr. William Gordy, and Mr. Donald Smack. Also with us this evening on the stage are our co-principals, Dr. Thomas C. Bunting, Mrs. Jennifer Garton, Mr. Leland Green, and Mr. Trevor Hill. Also with us this evening is our keynote speaker, Mr. Steve Fell, who you will hear from later this evening. We also have a few special guest officials, elected officials in the audience tonight, and I hope I get them all. The two that I know are here. I'd like you to stand and be recognized too. That's Diana Pinnell and Eric Fiore. If you're both here, I believe you are. Thank you for coming this evening. Unfortunately, there are two young people who were unable to join us this evening. As you heard earlier, Josh Alton and also Lakeland Draheim, two names very familiar to all of us. Their lives were cut far too short, but their impact has been immense. We can remember them when we see rainbows, and we can honor them, or honor their fighting spirit when we face new challenges. Class of 2023, their strength lives on in you. As we recognize these young men and women seated before us tonight, let's take a moment to reflect on who they are. The students before you came into our building in the fall of 2019. At the start of their high school experience, we shut down due to COVID. Still, they learned not only to navigate online learning, but also they learned compassion, empathy, and the importance of gratitude. They learned to forge new ways to serve, and perhaps most importantly, they learned how to adapt to change. On behalf of everyone here this evening, let me say how proud we are of you. Members of the audience, these are the graduates of 2023. Throughout their 4 years with us, but also throughout their years in elementary, intermediate, and middle school, they have enlivened our classrooms and brought positive recognition to our school system and our community at large. They have done this with extraordinary service, collectively donated thousands of hours volunteering to nonprofits such as Atlantic General Hospital, for local service organizations through churches and schools, and by raising money to donate to charitable causes. They have been exceedingly generous with their time and their talents. They have made a difference in our school and in our community. Academically, they have won competitions in the stock market, in academic competitions, and in Skills USA. They have won awards for math, their writing, their photography, their art, and as vocal or instrumental musicians. They continue to produce an annual children's theater seen by thousands of people, and they continue to remain active and represent us well in the multiple programs such as choir, band, NJROTC, and our Science Olympiad. They have excelled as scholar athletes, performing well against their competitors from around the region and the state. They have also been good stewards of the reputation and the legacy of Stephen Decatur High School. Through hard work, academic achievement, team spirit, dedication, and drive, they have left their mark on us. Now, it is time for them to go out and make their mark on the world, and we know they will. To the families of the graduating seniors, I would like to say thank you. Your hours of worrying, nagging, harping, encouraging, logging on to Power School and Schoology, attending concert plays, games, parades, parent conferences, and fundraisers, all in support of these young men and women, have paid off. They are here on stage tonight doing great measure to you. I know the pride you feel. I have felt it too, both as a parent this evening and as the principal of Stephen Decatur High School. To the class of 2023, This evening is yours. This is your commencement. So remember, a commencement is not an ending, it's a beginning. While it is true that you will be leaving the security of your parents' homes and the security of the school that has nurtured you, guided you, and often protected you over the last 4 years, a whole new and exciting phase of your life is about to begin. The world is wide, and it is filled with opportunity. Seize those opportunities and strive to achieve whatever goals you have set. And don't be afraid to set the bar high. I believe, all of us at Decatur believe, that you can do whatever you set out to do and do it amazingly. As we know, there is always going to be uncertainty, but I feel better about the future because of what I see right in front of me this evening. Our teachers and staff at Stephen Decatur High School have worked tremendously hard to prepare each and every one of our students for the road ahead. Don't just walk down that road, soar, because that's what Seahawks do. Members of the class of 2023, the future is always out there, waiting for us. Now, go out there and make it shine bright. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, I want to welcome someone who really needs no introduction. Mr. Lewis H. Taylor started out as a teacher at then Berlin Middle School before spending 6 years as an assistant principal and 17 years as principal right here at Stephen Decatur High School. He has served as our superintendent for the past 8 years. Under his leadership, the Worcester County Educational Foundation was established, not to mention the numerous charitable and services organizations to which Mr. Taylor dedicates his time. He now serves as the biggest cheerleader of all 14 schools in Worcester County. But I promise you, as a graduate and a former school principal here at Decatur, he bleeds blue now and forever. Will you please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of Worcester County Public Schools, Mr. Lewis H. Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Seitz, for that very kind introduction. And to the graduates, I'm going to go off script. I do bleed blue. In fact, many people tease me that if they ever cut my skin open, my blood is blue, and I think it is. But good evening, graduates, family, and friends. I'm extremely proud to be a part of tonight's celebration of this incredible achievement. I want to commend you, our class of 2023, for reaching this milestone. As each of you step into the next chapter of your life, whether it be in college, the armed forces, or embarking on a new career, you will carry this night with you as a reminder of what you can achieve. To our families in the audience, tonight I want to thank you for your continued support of your child and of our incredible school system. It is no small part because of you that your child is on this field tonight. You should be, and I know that each of you are extremely proud. As you look ahead to your next steps, whatever they may be, I hope that you will carry 4 things with you on your journey. The perseverance you've gained during your education, an unwavering hope for the future, the courage to take risk, and last, but probably most important, is the capacity to demonstrate empathy for your fellow man. First, perseverance is the key to success, and it is something that you must continue to nurture within yourself. You will undoubtedly face challenges in the years to come, but it is through perseverance that you will not only survive, but thrive. As Nelson Mandela once said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The going will surely get tough, but continue to demonstrate resilience, determination, and commitment to your goals. And I promise you that success will undoubtedly follow you. Equally important is holding hope for the future. Martin Luther King Jr. once said to never lose infinite hope. Even in the face of adversity, you must strive for positivity and optimism. Lately, for some, hopefulness has been in short supply. However, hope is sometimes just the spark we need to keep going on. Continue to reach for that belief that anything is possible so long as you keep focused on the possibilities that lie ahead of you. I wish for you, our class of 2023, to be courageous in your next steps, of the journey that you're about to face. Be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Take chances and embrace the unknown. This is the time for you to be bold and unafraid of failure. And lastly, I encourage each one of you to hold empathy for others you will encounter along your life's journey. Show compassion and understanding, and be willing to see things from other people's perspectives. We are all human, and every one of us is fighting a battle, which may be invisible to us, but if you are willing to embrace others with an open mind and heart, our world will certainly be a much kinder place. Knowing what I know about this class of graduates, your arrival into the world of adulthood couldn't come at a more perfect moment, because I firmly believe that you have all of these qualities. Your generation will seek to enrich both our community and the world beyond it. You have immeasurable opportunity before you, and as someone who has had his fair share of years to make my own mark on this world, I am so looking forward to seeing what you will do in the years to come. Class of 2023, congratulations on all your outstanding accomplishments, and I hope that you will continue to carry yourselves in the manner that we have seen from you so far. On behalf of all of us here tonight, I want to say thank you for making us all so very, very proud. And thank you to both you and your families for allowing us to be a part of your childhood. Many of you have shared your lives with us since kindergarten and even before that. And it is our joy to see how far you've come. I wish you all the best in your futures, wherever they may take you. And as always, may God bless the class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor, for that very inspiring speech to our graduates this evening. The graduating class of 2023 is being recognized for academic excellence under the Worcester County Public Schools three-tiered academic recognition program. In keeping with national high school trends and replicating the system used in colleges and universities, students can earn honor designations of cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. Eligibility for these academic recognition is calculated at the end of the third quarter of the senior year and is based on cumulative weighted grade point averages in English, mathematics, social studies, science, world languages, as well as advanced placement and college level courses in Worcester County Schools public schools offerings. In addition, the honor tier designation is noted on the student's permanent record card. The first tier of academic recognition is cum laude. That includes students who have maintained a cumulative weighted grade point average that falls within the range of 3.80 and 3.89. These students have been presented with blue and white honor cords. Would all students who have earned cum laude status please stand? You may be seated. The second tier of academic recognition, magna cum laude, includes those students who have maintained a cumulative weighted grade point average falling within the range of 3.9 to 4.04. These students have been presented with blue and silver honor cords. Would all students who have earned magna cum laude please stand? You may be seated. The third and highest tier of academic recognition is summa cum laude. The students receiving this designation have maintained a weighted grade point average of 4.05 or above. These students have been presented with blue and gold honor cords. Would all students who have earned summa cum laude please stand? You may be seated. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of fine academic students in this school. They excel in the classroom each and every day, and we're so very proud of them. We would also like to recognize those high-achieving students who have received the State of Maryland's Governor's Top 5% Award. Would the following students please stand as I call your name? Jessica Beck, Kayla Brady, Emery Busco, Natalie Canham, Rena Derrickson, Deanna Dodson, Breanne Ferguson, Connor Herr, Amelia Kemp, Owen Kinnear, Julia Cosma, Oscar Lee, Anis Omar, Sophia Reister, Arlene Rodriguez Carpio, Emily Sant, Aryavar Sangwan, Atiye Sangwan, and Jacob Urbanski. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. Next, I'm excited to welcome and introduce this evening our commencement speaker for the Stephen Decatur High School class of 2023. Dr. Stephen Fell graduated from SDHS in 2001, where he was a standout athlete, student, and all-around awesome classmate. Throughout his high school career, Dr. Fell, known to us as Steve, was as much a member of the faculty as he was the student body. Whether it was on the soccer field or in the hallways, Steve exemplified the best of diplomacy. Even with his fierce competitiveness, he was always good for a strong handshake and a genuine compliment. Steve's talent in the sport of soccer was definitely no secret, but it was his work ethic that took him to a whole new level. Growing up, he had no interest in video games or television. Instead, he lived and breathed the sport, often playing until well after dark with his soccer crew, including his twin and esteemed rival, Nicole. After being forced to sit out an entire season with a broken back, Steve came back and earned several accolades, first team All-State, as well as Bayside Championship. A member of the National Honor Society, clubs, and both homecoming and prom courts, Steve represented the best of Decatur. Following Stephen Decatur High School, Steve attended Towson University, where he played soccer for 4 years, earned all-conference, and earned his Bachelor of Exercise Science in 2005. He was then drafted by the professional indoor soccer franchise, the Baltimore Blast. After his time as a professional athlete, Steve went on to coach at the professional level, where he traveled throughout the country. Making his way to Florida in the late 2000s, he attended the University of St. Augustine and graduated with honors as a doctor of physical therapy in 2012. Steve holds numerous licensures, certifications, and leadership positions. He has authored journals and presented several case studies before prestigious audiences in the field of sports medicine. Currently, he is the owner of Performance Science and Rehab, as well as a physical coach of the senior men's national soccer team for the United States Soccer Federation, where he has traveled across the world with FIFA World Cup team. Dr. Stephen Fell now resides in St. Augustine, Florida, with his wife, Caitlin, and family. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Stephen Fell.
brought out the prom king thing, man. So that's, forgot about that. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, thumbs up? Right on, cool. All right. Thank you very much for that warm introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to take the time here to thank Mary Berquist and Mr. Seitz for affording me the opportunity to be a part of such a memorable moment in the lives of all these young men and women. I'm truly honored to spend this time with you. Even though my own high school graduation was 22 years ago, I still have vivid memories of the experience. I can remember conversations with friends, ear-to-ear smiles from teachers and classmates, and a few teary-eyed parents. These memories always make me smile when I reflect on the day. Interestingly, among these memories, there is none more notable than the odd feeling of excitement and fear experienced simultaneously. Excitement I could understand, but fear. That was an unusual emotion for me to experience in general, yet alone on the day that I'm sure many of us would agree is one of the most exciting days of our lives. Why was this? The most stress I experienced in my young adult life up until that point involved test preparation and athletic endeavors. The nerves and low-level anxiety associated with wanting to perform well was always normal for me. It was never based in fear. I was exiting a world where I was academically and athletically accomplished, well-liked by my peers, and respected by my coaches and teachers. I worked hard, but I was super comfortable. That was my perspective of the world. The thought of uncertainty and change that lie ahead created a feeling that was the furthest thing from comfort. I now know that the feeling I was experiencing was fear. As I've gotten older and experienced life, I now believe that was the start of learning to deal with the change and the inevitable obstacles along the way. I feel obligated to share some truth with you guys. Life is hard. We can't change this reality. Everyone here is going to experience unforeseen obstacles in various areas of your life. All of you have already endured the challenge of being a student during a global pandemic. This was certainly an unforeseen event that affected every aspect of many of our lives. Some of you may already have experienced other difficulties that you've had to overcome or are currently still struggling to navigate. I would bet that there are even some in the crowd who have familiar feelings of fear like I had experienced. This is not a bleak message, but an optimistic one. Although obstacles are a guarantee that we can't control how we view these challenges. The way we choose to think about these challenges will determine how we influence the world and those closest to us. Everyone's journey through life is unique. My journey has consisted of athletics and being a part of a team. Your path up until this point might be similar or very different. The beautiful thing, no matter what path you have chosen to follow, the opportunity for growth exists. This growth is nonlinear and evolves from the obstacles we encounter along the way. Life will be full of hard choices and many moments of being uncomfortable. That can be accompanied by an overwhelming fear of uncertainty. That is a guarantee. How we take these challenges is our choice. I believe the key to overcoming these obstacles lies in our ability to control emotions and operate in logic. This is the starting point to learning how to perceive things differently. This is how we can see hurdles in life for what they really are and move forward without debilitating fear. This is how we can take advantage of the opportunities that exist within obstacles. To provide a little context for you guys, I just want to share some highlights that I'm really proud of and fortunate to have experienced in my journey. I was a regional All-American and Bayside Player of the Year here as a soccer athlete at Decatur. I received a scholarship to study and play soccer at a Division I university. I was a Rookie of the Year and later drafted to play professional soccer, where I signed and played for 3 seasons. I attended and graduated Doctor of Physical Therapy School and graduated in the top 2% of my class. I'm most proud of, I was married, have a little boy. I worked in college in professional sports for a combined 8 years. And I currently own a physical therapy practice and currently the head physical preparation coach for the U.S. men's national team, where I've lived out a childhood dream this past winter by attending the World Cup in Qatar. Really proud of all that, but the point with all this is that was not an easy road. what challenges did I encounter along the way? An injury-riddled playing career that resulted in 3 years of missed playing time, multiple rejections from colleges and grad schools, a near cut from my college soccer team my freshman year, the death of my father, an unexpected release from the professional team followed by the words that you're simply not good enough, and a professional coach's constant belittlement that ended with, you'll never make it when you leave here, you'll never work in soccer again. If you take time to reflect on your own journey, you will likely see a common theme that is interwoven within each obstacle you encounter. A theme that has been present throughout my journey is something known as self-imposter syndrome. Self-imposter syndrome is a term used to describe people who don't feel worthy of accomplishments despite high praise and acceptance from others. This lack of self-confidence is still something I continue to struggle with. Oddly enough, this vulnerability has become my most powerful tool that I use to practice my own discipline and perception. When I was your age, the negative self-talk hindered my ability to move forward. I did not see obstacles for what they really were. I lacked emotional control and discipline and perception, which just turned small hurdles into much bigger challenges. The truth is, stressors challenge how we can effectively deal with obstacles. By their very nature, obstacles are stress-provoking situations. A response consumed with fear, anxiety, anger, and deprecating self-talk does nothing but stall progress toward personal and professional well-being. How can you use your own vulnerabilities as fuel to change how you see challenges for what they really are? How can you cultivate your own discipline and perception? Operating in objectivity is the first step to cultivating with discipline and perception. It begins with the attitude and approach that we decided to employ on challenges that are in front of us at this very moment. Everyone here today, both young and old, has experienced unforeseen pain, sadness, and suffering in various contexts. These are inevitable realities that we all experience and will continue to experience. Oddly enough, it is also the best training ground for developing our mind to be calm and unmoved, rather than reactive and emotional. Greek philosopher Epictetus stated, "In life, our first job is this, to divide and distinguish things into two categories. Externals I cannot control, but the choices I make with regard to them I do control. Where will I find good and bad? In my choices." How we view challenges is our choice. We can never be forced to surrender our attitudes, beliefs, and choices. It's in our control. We decide how circumstances affect you. No one else has that right or power. Once you begin to harness this power for seeing things for what they really are, the next critical step is finding the energy and the creativity to overcome what's in front of you. When you lack a discipline and perception, we all choose to ignore the hard things. We wait and tell ourselves we're overwhelmed, when really the only thing that will solve the issue is action. And for sure, it's definitely hard to take action. Where do we start? What if you fail? These are all anxieties we deal with. The tool that gives us the courage to move forward and act lie in our own creativity to develop a persistent and deliberate process that is pragmatic and strategic to focus on solving the immediate challenge. Even if it is not crystal clear, the act of acting builds momentum. Work on establishing this process-oriented mindset. Instead of always thinking of the big goals, break them down and then simply focus on what you need to do right now, then move on to the next thing. Focusing on doing each small thing well without distraction of worrying about the whole. This will come automatically. When you approach obstacles like this, you never fail. You only learn. Repeat the process until you can get the desired outcome. By consistently taking action and running all challenges through your own personal filter, the opportunity and the challenge will reveal itself. Finally, reasoning from a place of objectivity while practicing right action through your own unique processes develops the necessary resilience that is required to keep moving forward. This is known as having a strong will to continue down the path. Will is our internal power that can never be affected by the outside world. It is the stubbornness we develop to not succumb to unhelpful perceptions and actions. Where others give in, you continue. In fact, we need these challenges for the opportunity to build and reinforce it through life. It's the only way we can develop it. Will is different from action. action will be restricted, but our will is within us and can never be restricted except by ourselves. It might seem like you have to operate in a way that's egotistical or inflexible to develop this quality. The truth is, it is the exact opposite. True will is having the humility to be flexible while still moving forward with unwavering resolve. This is how you build your inner fortress to not only handle the hardships in life, but also thrive in them. A discipline in perception, right action, and inner will. This is how you develop a mindset necessary for life. Will you embrace the challenges that lie ahead or let unhelpful perceptions of the obstacles complicate your progress down your desired path? When you get overwhelmed, remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius. Objective judgment, now at this very moment. Unselfish action, now at this very moment. Willing acceptance, now at this very moment. All are external events. That's all you need. It's been an honor to share these words with you. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Fell, for those fantastic words to our graduating class of 2023. We also have a gift for you. And as you heard in the intro, Dr. Fell, he lives in the wonderful beaches of St. Augustine, Florida, which I personally know well. But we have got him a three-piece set of our beautiful beaches of Assateague Island here in Worcester County to remember your home. So, Dr. Fell? Before I move on to the next piece of our graduation ceremony, I neglected to introduce one individual up here who has a big impact on a lot of these students. Mr. Zimmer, I forgot you, our Worcester Technical High School principal, Mr. Zimmer. At this time, I would like to take a moment to call your attention to the program insert. Students from the class of 2023 received special recognition and honors at the annual Senior Award Ceremony on May 16th and 18th. We would like to once again recognize those honorees. During Senior Award Ceremony, Principals Awards were given for academic achievement, leadership, service, and citizenship. Academic awards were also given by departments, clubs, and organizations at Stephen Decatur High School and Worcester Technical High School. In addition, students were honored at a number of athletic banquets for their accomplishments on the athletic field as well. Would all students who received awards in any of these areas please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. There is an extensive list in your program of special scholarships and awards received by members of the class of 2023. These scholarships include full tuition scholarships, partial scholarships, grants, book awards, numerous organizational scholarships given by the community, and special scholarships awarded by academic institutions. Would all students who are receiving scholarships, grants, and financial awards please stand and remain standing? You may be seated. Now I'm going to go a little off script. I've been waiting all week to make this announcement, and I had this conversation earlier with Mr. Taylor, our superintendent, who spent 17 years here as principal. I am pleased to announce that this year's graduating class broke a record, and I mean they broke a record. I believe we talked earlier, it was 11 million. This year's graduating class, $18,610 in scholarships and grants has been offered. Give them a round of applause. They will be accepting $8,780,000 in scholarships and grants to 2- or 4-year colleges, both in and out of state. 42% of this year's graduates will be furthering their education at a 4-year college, and 21% will be attending a 2-year college. 18 students will be attending the military, which will also provide further education and technical training. A total of 70% of this year's graduates will be furthering their education, and 30% will be entering the workforce. The class of 2023 deserves a big round of applause for a job well done. And now, a musical selection from the Stephen Decatur High School Choir, followed by the Stephen Decatur Alma Mater.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. And the world, I'm turning inside out. And I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. Shooting stars into the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by, a lady can die, but I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. Burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. Don't stop me now. I don't wanna stop at all. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars. On a collision course, I'm a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a science machine ready to reload. I don't need that bomb. I'm explode. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like it. Don't stop me. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Oh. Burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. Don't stop me now. I don't wanna stop at
At this time, graduates, please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of our alma mater.
Stephen Decatur High School, all
You may be seated. And now, for the moment we all been waiting for, the awarding of the diplomas of the graduating class of 2023. In order to ensure this moment is recorded for you, we have secured a photographer to take an individual photo of each student as he or she receives their diploma. The photography website is included in your program. Again, I ask that you assist us in preserving the dignity of the occasion by holding your applause until all of the graduate names have been called in order to make sure that every family has the opportunity to enjoy that moment when they hear that one special name being read aloud. Mr. Taylor and the members of the Board of Education, as principal of Stephen Decatur High School, and by the powers vested in me by the Maryland State Board of Education, I present to you the Stephen Decatur High School graduating class of 2023, and hereby certify that each of these students has successfully completed the requirements for the receipt of a Maryland high school diploma with all the rights and privileges thereof. You may award them their diplomas.
Row 1, please stand. Stephen Alden Wade. Emily Ann Sant. Shiloh Michael Kingsley Carmack. Cadence Hope Hughes. Ashley Sophie Abuzaid. Eddie Ericon Aksu. Sandra Bernice Aldana Almager. Joshua Jason Miggs Alton. Mia Holland Anderson. Brianna Rose Angelo. Dylan Anthony Angelo. Giovanna Marie Antamary. Isabel Rose Ashley. Justin Patrick Bailey. Brandon Matthew Baker. Bryce Clifton Baker. Tyler Reed Baker. Kalia Jade Ballard. Summer Oli Banks. Sarah Fatima
Baraki. Ty Allen Barnes. Braden Lee Bauman. Seth Alexander Beal. Megan Caroline Bean. Row 2, please stand. Ella Mackenzie Beard. Spencer Thomas Beecham. Jessica Margaret Beck. Ava Isabella Becknell. Eric Christian Bell. Jacob Ryan Berkman. Sean Michael Berkowitz. Alina Jane Bernal Clark. Michael John Bice. Island Michaela Bonebreak. Ryan Jared Bordeaux. Emily Victoria Bowden. Logan Matthew Bradshaw. Kayla Grace Brady. Summer Journey Brenner. Jalan Antonio Brittingham. Ethan Douglas Brown. Michaela Rose May Brown. Wyatt Kelly Brunner. Colin Perry Bunting. Garrett Dalton Bunting. Emery Ann Busco. Andrew Lane Bird. Kylie Marie Byrne. Row 3, please stand. Maxwell Braden Call. Riley Merrill Calloway. Lily Elizabeth Canfield. Natalie Marie Canham. Ashley Ulisa Carcamo Diaz. Juwan Michael Kerlock. Julia Anne Marie Carlson. Jake Hunter Carson. William Castro Arona. Mackenzie Grace Cathell. Keely Alexandra Catrino. Rowan Spry Chester. Tyler Arrington Sinilis. Cadence Love Clark. Jameson Sutton Coates. Kaylin Lorraine Conley. Colburn Joseph Connor. Jessica Jane Conway. John David Cooper. Kaylee June Castle. Elijah Matthew Cox. Emma Madison Poyman. William Augustus Kroll. Corey Michael Cropper. Row 4, please stand. Nicholas Charles Cullen. Andrew Alva Cummings. Cash Robert Seibert. Hannah T. Dang. Jenna Marie Danner. Julia Catherine Danner. James Marshall DeGraw. Corbin William Dank. Ruby Annabelle Desch. Madeline May Deal. Mia Leela Deal. Madeline Grace Dill. Antonio Donato DeMeo. Rena Sophia Derrickson. Deanna Estelle Dodson. Nathan Allen Dorsbach. Joseph Czar Cannon Domingo. Olivia Shea Donovan. Duran Marquis Dowdy Jr. Autumn Lynn Drew. Zyquez Mackay Duffy. Robert Brian Dunn. Marquise Anthony Kyrie Eccles.
Row 5, please stand. Harper Grace Edmonds. Danielle Ray Eisman. Neil Alexander Elko. Ava Lynn Elliott. Christian Thomas Elliott. Richard Winston England. Catherine Grace Engel. Daquan Jamil Farmer. Brianne Grace Ferguson. Amelia Jane Fleeman. Renee Gerard Foner. Aiden Michael Foley. Ariana Monet Foreman. Olivia Victoria Fosu. Colby William Fowler. Samantha Elizabeth Gallagher. Adam Michael Gardner. Maya Amor Gardner. Lindsay Neal Gaylor. Gabriel Roman Geyser. Ali Davis Gilliam. Alexa Fredini Gonzalez Castellanos. Alex Gonzalez Reyes. Williams Gonzalez Vesquez. Row 6, please stand. Jack Thomas Greenwood. Madeline Virginia Grennan. Brock Michael Grosso. Frederick Leo Hagan. Brianna Lynn Haggerty. Katie Elizabeth Haley. William James Halverson. Caden Eva Hamby. Matthew Jude Hammond. Marion Mary Hannah. Jackson Brock Harrington. Cameron Stephen Harris. Charles Joseph Harvey III. Alexander Kyle Hatfield. Evan Daniel Hayworth. Adriana Lynn Heinsinger. Ivory Cadence Helmbright. Haven Francis Helmuth. Leslie Hernandez Cuevas. Connor William Herr. Kaylee Amelia Herrera Mancinas. Asala Adil Hussein. Ava Rose Hinkle. Nicholas Patrick Hitchens. Row 7, please stand. Dylan Connor Hodgdon. Lauren Michelle Hoffman. Jaden Curtis Holland. Tyler Clay Harichanek. Alexis Marie Hudson. Tavon Isaiah Hudson Crawford. Evan Lee Hurley. Lola Rose Imbrenda. Logan Joseph Intrieri. Livia Grace Iacona. Vance Brennan Jenkins. Ellen Maria Johnson. Jamira Marie Johnson. Kalia Solange Tynese Jones. Malachi Latrell Jones. Thomas Jorge Lorca. Dylan Michael Young. Evan Alexander Justice. Amelia Rose Kemp. Brooks Keegan Kendall. Cora Ray Kettner. Zachary Adam Ketterman. Lance Timothy Kiffalo. Row 8, please stand.
12 and 13, they'll do 14 at least.
Gracie Elizabeth Killian. Jordan Timothy King. Owen Andrew Kinnear. Julia Elizabeth Cosma. William Daniel Cosma. Gavin Joseph Kramer. Sophia Mia Razel Krasner. Ridgely Mays Lake. Xavier Cortray Lambert. Keegan Anthony Latcham. Mackenzie Lane Lawrence. Trent Erickson Lee. Alyssa Marion Leininger. Brianna Catherine Leininger. Rife Cherico Leonard. Nick Ross Lerman. Oscar Lee. Katie Victoria Littleton. David Henry Lockwood III. Kyle Lee Loki. Eva Kate Luzier. Cole Robert Lynch. Timothy Zane Lyons Jr. Paula Ashley Magathon.
Row 9, please stand. Brandon Lee Mikowski. Dylan Christopher Manley. Xavion Manuel. Ariel Unique Map. Julian King March. Trevor Riley March. Brady Michael Marshall. Caleb Ethan Marshall. Colin Gray Martin. Mackenzie Marie Martinez. Evan Riley Matthias. Haley Lee McBride. Savannah Ray McCabe. William Henry McFarland III. Hannah Lynn McFarland. Ryan John McLaughlin. Eden Michael McMullen. Tessa Elizabeth McNeil. Amela Bessie Meehan. Luke Farrell Murgott. Bryce Richard Metcalf. Hayden Josiah Lee Mills. Catherine Nadia Mitchell. Jacob Robert Mongelli. Row 10, please stand. Faden Monroe. Nicholas Aiden Marino. Ezra Joe Morningstar. Leah Nicole Morris. Isabella Carolyn Morsi. Jacob Dallas Moser. TJ Lamar Mosley. Audrey Grace Mumford. Christian Joy Munn. Ruby Jean Murray. Alexander John Rivaro. William Joseph Newcomb. Kaylee Patton Newcomb. Michael Anthony Nicholas. Grace Elizabeth Nichols. Madison Elizabeth Knock. Rebecca Lynn Knock. Lily Marie Nolan. Tayana Danae Northam. Carolina Elizabeth Novelli. Willa Lane Novelli. Salvador Okio. Jenna Olofsson. Olivia Olofsson. Row 11, please stand. Yolanda Olayo Hernandez. Anas Riyad Omar. Mason Rafet Omar. Rachel Vara Oram. Devin Anthony Hours. Chloe Kinkiad Packy. Sydney Christine Patrick. Sandra Ursula Poloska. Deanna Perez Mojica. Sadie Ann Peters. Dalton Michael Phoebus. Devin Ronald Phillips. Alexander Roland Petillion. Caitlin Elena Paislow. Layla Mia Powell. Taya Coran Price. Landon Gabrielle Pryor. Zara Isabel Poig Lugo. Damarte Tyleel Purnell. Jayshawn Malik Purnell. Nicholas Franklin Purnell. Tyler Philip Purcell. Madeline Ann Pusey. Kylie Elizabeth Roffensberger. Row 12, please stand. Mohammed Ramadan. Emily Marie Ramirez. Wendy Airly Ramos Santos. Matthew Stephen Rankin Jr. Kylie Rianne Record. Pierce Liam Redmond. Madeline Irene Reed. Sophia Grace Reister. Bella Renee Resto. Micaiah Jade Ribble. Dagan Yo Rizzer. Jaden Thomas Rivera. Donald Lawrence Rivera Galtner. Reese Elizabeth Robbins. Gerard Alberto Rodriguez Diaz. Arlene Rodriguez Carpio. Nash Beltran Rogers. Leah Ellen Rolfing. Shelby Reese Roseman. Kai Marshall Ross. Davion Martez Rounds. Mildred Sanchez Cruz. Arvir Singh Samwan. Ayati Veer Singh Samwan.
Row 13, please stand. Stephanie Mae Sampson. Parker Lee Savage. Maya Basso Spee. Kyle Wayne Schaefer. Cortez Lamont Schofield. Andrew Lee Schuler. Tylan Nasir Scruggs. Leah Christine Seitz. Macy Gale Seitz. Aya Amer Salim. Kiana Renee Sewell. Cora Elizabeth Shaw. Trevor James Short. Theodore Cole Seitz. Brant Thomas Skipper. Denaya Kiera Smith. Sarah Elizabeth Smith. Bryce August Solomon. Kenneth Eugene Spates III. Gavin Andrew Stern. Maxwell Keith Stein. Cameron Nevea Stoner. Mia Rose Stubblebine. Aaliyah Lene Sturgis. Row 14, please stand. Ethan Parker Suplee. Claire Ann Sutka Lagore. Markel Dejour Tankard. Sarah Elizabeth Tarr. Winter Bain Thomas. Emma Viola Thompson. Zachary Raymond Titebach. Haley Jocelyn Timmons. Hillary Tirado Cano. Jocelyn Anastasia Tirado Rodriguez. Austin June Trimble. Vincent Allen Trollian. Jonathan Trujillo Hernandez. Nasir Mauricio Toll. Tyler David Ugelic. Cecilia Ann Ubel. Devin Michael Ulrich. Alexandria Nicole Urbanski. Jacob Price Urbanski. Jude Arden Vaxmansky. Tatum Therese Vorsteg. Jonathan Gary Wallace. James George Watkins. Row 15, please stand. James Brian Weber III. Connor Joel Warner. Jakira Emil Whaley. Raven Nicole Wheatley. Asher Jean Whitlow. Brittany Elizabeth Williams. Noah Aaron James Williams. J. Calvin Wimbrow III. Jordan D. Wingert. Trey George Winklebauer. Paige Ann Wisniewski. Dylan John Wooten. And last but not least, Angelina Jen.
Graduates, please stand. I ask that the audience please remain seated as our newest alumni turn their tassels. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Stephen Decatur High School, let me extend to you our very best wishes. May your lives be long, happy, healthy, and productive. And no matter where life will take you, may there always be a little bit of sand in your shoes and a little bit of Decatur in your hearts. I present to you Stephen Decatur High School's newest alumni, the graduates of class of 2023. Graduates, please move your tassels. I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. Please drive safely.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, my friend.
All right.
Dr. Andy.
Made it through. No, just under an hour of giving diplomas.